WNBC-TV New York, your #1 station.
From Hollywood, the television capital of the world, it's time to go reeling through the greatest television shows of all time on Couch Potatoes! Well, hi, I'm Joe Alaskey, and this is the city, Los Angeles, California. And this is my favorite host and next-door neighbor, Mark Summers!
And hello to you folks. Welcome. This is a show called Couch Potatoes, the game focusing on the best of television, both past and present. You never know what show might pop up on our screens, but we have great contestants. Let's meet the ones to our left. They call themselves the Wise Guys. Yay! Say hello to the very distinguished Leroy. Hello. The very distinguished Greg. Hello. And the semi-distinguished Craig. Now, Craig, yeah, I can tell you were just a loose guy there, Craig. What do you do for a living?
I work for a government entity.
Okay, a government entity?
Yeah.
I see, and you want to clarify that or not?
Well, let's just say it's within the county of Los Angeles.
Okay, and Greg, what do you do?
I work for the same entity.
I see, and Leroy, am I assuming that you do the same thing?
Never.
What do you do?
I work for an oil company.
And how'd you guys get together?
Well, I've known Craig for a long time, and he's a buddy of his at work.
I see, and the name Wise Guys. Hey, you Wise Guys. This is great. Okay, we have a team over here. They won some money. They call themselves Laugh-In. In case you missed yesterday, we have Charles, we have Vanita, and we have Richard. Now, Vanita, last time we saw you, your hair was all bundled up tight behind your head, and now you let it down.
I'm letting it out.
Why are you doing this now?
Because I'm confident we're going to win
You're
today.
relaxed, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good. And Charles, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
You're wearing your red shoes again. They can't see him, but the man has red shoes
red
2 days,
shoes.
2 days in a row. Okay. We're going to be asking you anything and everything about television, as we always do, from daytime, prime time, even commercial time. And anytime there's something on the tube, who will be there, Richard?
Couch Potatoes, us.
Us, that's right. You guys right over there. Each round begins with a tune-in question, and the team that answers correctly earns 25 rating points, and then they get control for the spin-off questions that follow. Whichever team has the most rating points at the end of the game will win $1,000, then go on to play Channel Roulette, and that's worth $5,000, okay? Let's get started. We have a tune-in question everybody plays. The Devil, the Joker, or the Riddler? Which of these... Yes, Charles?
The Devil.
Which of these would make you lose all your money on the TV game show The Joker's Wild? You are right. Good grief. Now, how did you figure that out? Was that a wild guess?
I felt it.
You found it. The man's got the devil in him. Okay. Well, you have 25 rating points, and here's our spin-off round. It's about watch out for door number 2. And we'll be talking a little bit about game shows here, okay? These are things to avoid on game shows like pay TV here on Couch Potatoes, okay? On this game show, a contestant might unknowingly trade a fur coat for a donkey ride and a case of Spam. Yes, Benita?
Let's make a deal.
That's right. That was called a zonk, and the show was Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. Good show. That was one of the classics of all time. Okay, Charles and Richard, this is for you. A bumblebee has one, and so did the $1 million chance of a lifetime. In either case, you were in trouble if you got one. What is it? Yes, Charles?
A stinger.
A stinger is right. Oh, that was good. There it is with Jim Lang. $1 million chance of a... I actually had a friend on that show who won $1 million. Can you imagine that? Bought a big house, and he's not working. He's doing great. Okay, Richard, this is for you. On Truth or Consequences, Beulah always did her job. She went buzzing right along and never complained once. She was full of electricity, and yet Truth or Consequences contestants hated her. Who or what was Beulah? Yes.
It was a loud, obnoxious buzz.
Yes, it was the buzzer. You are right. Beulah the buzzer. There you go. There's Bob Barker. I wrote on that show. That was the first job I had in town, was writing for Bob Barker on Truth or Consequences. Yeah, okay, you folks have 100 rating points. Nothing here yet, Wise Guys, but you can jump in on this next question, get 25 rating points. Here it is. Jerry, Emmanuel, or Huey? Which of these famous people named Lewis is TV's definition of Webster? 4, 25, Craig.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Lewis, you are right. 25 rating points on the board there for the Wise Guys. And we have a round based on a series called Webster, another show I was lucky enough to be a part of. And, gosh, we have somebody at the door. Come in, if you would, please. Who's here? Who can it? Oh, it's Henry Pollack. How are you? Great to see you. Henry Pollack, you played Jerry Silver on Webster.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Very dapper.
Why, thank you very much. Well, it's a very dapper show. I mean, with all these chips and dips and...
And couch potatoes here.
I'm right at home with that styrofoam. I love that, yes.
Yes, sir. Now, you're here to talk about Webster, I'm assuming, right?
I am indeed, but you know, I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity for me to share some of my ideas with you now that you've become a mogul and your audience.
Well, what
here.
kind of ideas are you talking about?
Well, you know, I was watching yesterday's show, and...
we had My Three Sons on.
Yes, My Three Sons were here, and they were talking about updating their things, and I just thought about these couple of ideas here that I had written down, and I just wanted to say, well, listen now, I'm thinking about altering that format of Webster, and so here we go. I'm planning on pitching these, and I thought that, well, you know that my character's name was Jerry Silver.
Jerry Silver, that's
And I'm a very, very big fan of Westerns, and I love talk shows, so I thought a little combination, and I would call it Hi-Ho Silver.
Uh-huh, what else you got?
That's exactly what my agent...
Yeah?
Let's see, how about if we cast Little Webster as a, well, let's say a really mean hombre, and we call it the best louse in the West. Okay.
Okay.
Little louse on the prairie? No, okay. Let's see, Webster as a pistol-packing dude, and we'll call it Have Water Pistol Will Travel. Okay, an updated version of Wagon Train, and we'll call it Wagon Wheels. Okay, how about the good, the bad, and the cute guy? This is why I have never written for a living. Let's see, oh no, this is it. Wild, Wild Webster.
I like that. What's your agent say?
Well, actually, the only offer he got was a remake of a film, and it was called Wanted Dead or Dead. I know, it doesn't have a lot of possibilities. I thought about that.
No, you know what I'd like you to do? You were on that series for 6 years.
Yes.
And since we are here on Couch Potatoes, these folks would like to answer some questions based on the series Webster. So we'll talk about some of this writing career later, but why don't you ask them some questions there, okay?
Now, Webster always called her ma'am because he explained it was kind of like the sound of mom. That's right. Now, she would have slapped me if I had called her mom. But what was Mrs. Papadopoulos' first name?
Wise Guys. You've watched that show numerous times. Oh, time ran out. Can you take it over here, laugh in? Yes, Richard.
How about Margaret?
Margaret is not it. It was
Margaret, so
Catherine.
close, yes.
Yes, Catherine was it. Margaret. No points
That's why
awarded.
you're sitting on the couch and he's standing up here.
No. Wise Guys, you get control one more time. Let's see if we can put 25 points on the board here. Another question.
Now, Catherine was my employer early on in the series. She was an ombudsman for the government of the city of Chicago. Now, what was my relationship to her?
Yes, Leroy.
Secretary or
Ding dong!
Yes,
That's
ding dong.
Yes, hello.
Add 25 rating points, Wise Guys. You now have 50. And Greg and Craig, you could make it 75 on this final question.
Now, Greg and Craig, her husband was a very soft-spoken sportscaster. In fact, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And I say that because, well, he's 6'5" and weighs 250 pounds and probably kill me. So, you know, he was a former football player. His real name is Alex Karras. But Mr. Papadopoulos was the character he played. What was his first name?
Yes, Craig.
George.
George is right.
Very good.
Add a 25 rating point number up there. And for an additional 25 points, spell Papadopoulos. No, I'm just kidding. 75 for Wise Guys, 100 over here for Laugh-In. And I hate to sound show busy, but we've known each other for a heck of a long time.
We have. You know, you were the warm-up person on Webster
That's right.
those many years ago, so it's been over 6 years.
And you were always very nice to me. You always came up and said good things to me. And you were,
thank you.
yeah, you always had some interesting parts on that show. You were sort of the next-door neighbor who would do the transitions going in and going out.
I was the ubiquitous character actor. I took on, in fact, I ended up owning up a gymnasium.
I remember that.
I've been everything. We did a lot of fantasy shows in which, yeah, no, let me rephrase that.
Yes.
No, I played the devil in one, and I was a gunslinger in another. So I really do. I am a big fan of Westerns, in actual fact.
You actually went from that to hosting game shows. You had one on ABC.
Yeah,
called,
I did. Celebrity Double Talk.
And now you just did a new one.
I just did a new one that's called IQ, which is out in the marketplace as we speak. And I'm gainfully unemployed, so...
What's the difference between hosting a game show and being an actor? Any similarities there at all?
I would say that the listening factor is a big difference. You have to listen a totally different way and react to the personalities of these people as opposed to someone who you do know as the star, whoever you're playing.
Oh, yeah, so it's a challenge each time you do it.
Exactly.
Henry Pollack is here, and we're going to come back with round number 3 right after this.
I'm going to do that.
See who's going to go for the 5,000. Thanks for being here. Say hello to these folks right over here.
Say, you know, Alex Karras and Susan Clark, they're married in real life. Of course, you knew that. But do you know how they met? Well, they met while filming the Emmy-winning TV movie about a legendary sports figure, Babe, about Babe Didgerson. And who won that Emmy? Susan Clark herself. Well, we'll be right back with more Couch Potatoes after I see my orthodontist. Be right back.
We are ready to play round number 3, where we double the stakes to 50 rating points for each correct answer. And gosh, wise guys, you're just a teeny bit behind, but perhaps you can take the lead as we move into this next tune-in question. Everybody plays. Dachshund, Doberman, or Schnauzer? Which one was the whiny, moon-faced GI on the Phil Silvers show? For 25, Craig.
Schnauzer.
Is incorrect. It was Doberman, and that means no points are awarded, but Control goes over here to laugh in, and our spin-off round is about TV animals. And for 50 rating points, Charles, Benita, Richard, all of these answers are famous people or characters with animal names, okay? The Ministry of Silly Walks, the All-Spam Restaurant, and the International Twit Competition were all segments of what off-the-wall British comedy troupe? Yes, Benita?
Monty Python?
Right, Monty Python's Flying Circus. You are right. At 50 rating points, and you now have 150. Charles, Richard, on the popular British adventure series The Adventures, Diana Rigg was the cool, adventurous Emma Peel, and Patrick Macnee was the suave secret agent with a horsey-sounding last name. What was it? Richard?
Mr. Steed.
Yes, John Steed. You are right. Good job there, Laugh-In. Another 50 rating points for you. You now have 200. Charles hit a home run here. Bill Williams, who was TV's Kit Carson, married Barbara Hale, who was TV's Della Street. They had a son who grew up to star in The Greatest American Hero. What's his animal-sounding name? Yes?
William Cat.
You are right. William Cat is the answer. Another 50 over there for the Laugh-In team. They now have a total of 250 rating points. We have 75 still for the wise guys. They look very suave, very cool, very calm. Can they collect themselves and answer this question? 20, 30, or 8 million? Just exactly how many stories are there in the Naked... Yes, Leroy?
8 million.
8 million in the Naked City. You are right. 50 rating points for the wise guys brings them up to 125. Spin-off questions this time on classic crime fighters. Okay, Leroy, Greg, and Craig. One of the most violent shows of all time, just edging out The Roadrunner, was the classic crime drama The Untouchables. In what city did The Untouchables... Yes, Leroy?
Chicago.
That's right. Chicago is the right answer. Elliot Ness and his band of Untouchables. Okay. On Barney Miller, each of the cops had their own little idiosyncrasies. Dietrich was the know-it-all. Levitt wanted to be taller, and Yamana just wanted to make a good cup of coffee. But which of the detectives emerged as an author with his lurid novel, Blood on the Badge? Yes, Craig?
Harris.
Yes, you're right. Harris is the answer. Add another 50, you're up to 225 now. And you can take the lead, Greg, if you answer this correct. Listen to this TV crime-fighting theme song and tell me the name of the show it's from. Yes, Greg?
Mannix.
Mannix is right. You wasted no time. And with that correct answer, you now have 275 rating points. You have the lead because we have 250 over here. They're still smiling, but we're going to play the couch up and find out who's smiling, who's going for $5,000 when we come back after this important message, okay?
My name's Joe Friday. I wear a badge. See? I was working out of the day watch, out of the night watch division, when I was called out of a sound sleep to investigate the scene of a crime. Yes, ma'am? You say someone stole your new fax machine? Anything else stolen? Just the fax, ma'am? Mm-hmm. How's that? Well, thanks. You're kind of cute yourself, but I'm on duty right now. Sorry. How's that, ma'am? Oh, yeah, well, let me tell you something, lady. I may be a hard-nosed cop, but whether I'm on duty or off, I have my sensitive side, too. I have my feelings, too, you know. Hey, do you think this is easy for me? Every time I meet a cute chick on this show, which isn't too often, it's always dumb. You don't understand, lady. This isn't the real me. This isn't badge 714 talking. I'm not an expressionless robot. I have hopes and desires, too, you know. Oh, why can't the world see the real Joe Friday? The Joe Friday that just wants to dress up like an Earth Mother, hippie, flower child, and spread her sunshine and peace throughout the... Oh, wow. Deja vu. Sorry, ma'am. Couch potatoes will be right back. Sorry.
Welcome back. It's time to play the couch-up round. This is where one member of each team will compete head-to-head on every question. The value of each correct answer is determined by the randomizer, which is stopped when you hit your buzzer. There are values ranging from 50 to 200 rating points, as well as a couch-up. When you hit that, the team that's behind can tie the score with the correct answer. You each get 2 chances to play, and the team with the most points at the end of play will be today's champions. The subject of this couch-up round is like father, like son. I'll name the TV sons. You give me the first names of their TV dads. Okay? Charles, you're up against Leroy. Good luck. Little Joe Cartwright. For 100 rating points, Leroy.
Ben.
Ben Cartwright from Bonanza, you are right. Moving down the couch to Greg and to Benita. Lamont Sanford. For 200 rating points, Benita.
Fred.
Yes, you did it. Fred Sanford. Whoa. Took the lead on that. Scared me for just a second, but you pulled it off. Okay, Richard is now smiling. Craig, he's not too sure. Okay, we are going to move down and see who's going to get control of this next question. Wesley Owens. For 200 rating points in the lead, Craig.
Jason.
No, that's incorrect. Can you take it, Richard?
Mr. Belvedere, it's Bob Euchre, Fred.
You got everybody except who you needed. George was the answer. Okay. 450 for Laugh In. We have 375 for Wise Guy. Still anybody's game. Leroy, Charles, last time down the couch. DJ Connor. DJ Connor. Time is up. It's supposed to be the biggest show of the season. It's Dan from Roseanne. Dan from Roseanne. Okay. Greg, Benita, nothing's happened since that last round here. Let's see if you can pick it up with Bud Anderson. For 200 rating points in the lead, Greg.
Jim.
Jim Anderson, you are right. 575 now. Still anybody's game. Good luck to Craig. Good luck to Richard. Jim Bob Walton. Jim Bob Walton. That is it, and the answer is John, and that means the Wise Guys win today's game of couch potatoes. Oh, congratulations. I believe that's the first time that's ever happened where nobody answered the last one and was still anybody's game. Couldn't remember, Craig, huh? Makes no difference. You have $1,000 and a chance to go for $5,000 over here. We have a team over here that was lots of fun to have on the program. $1,500. Not enough rating points today. You know what that means.
We're canceled.
Sorry about that. Thanks for being with us on Couch Potatoes. So long. And we're going to come back in a moment to play Channel Roulette, where this team over here can win $5,000. They'll be over here when you come back, though. So come back and see.
Would you like to be a Couch Potatoes contestant? Here's what you do. Call area code 213-960-2444. That's 213-960-2444.
Oh, wow. Really cosmic, man.
We're back with our champions, and that means it's time to play the $5,000 Channel Roulette bonus game. Here's how it works. Behind each of the channel numbers from 2 to 13 is a picture from a famous television show of the past or present. One at a time, you'll call out a number without the help from your couchmates. You have to identify each show as it's revealed. Now, they all have point values, and they range from 100 to 1,000. And if you can accumulate 1,000 points or more within 30 seconds, I'm going to give you $5,000, okay? However, there is one dangerous channel up there, Leroy. You know what it is?
Hey, TV.
That's right, and let's hear the music. That's right. Somebody wrote that. We don't want to deprive them, okay? If you select that channel, you lose all the points you've earned up till that point, but as long as there's time on the clock, you still have an opportunity to earn those 1,000 points. We begin with you, sir. What number would we begin with today?
2.
Number 2. Okay, your 30 seconds begin when the picture behind that particular number is revealed. Good luck, guys. Go. For 350.
Pass.
Okay, Greg.
3.
Number 3 for 150.
Hollywood Squares.
Right, Craig.
2.
Number 2 for 350.
Simon and Simon.
Is wrong. Leroy.
5.
Number 5 for 150.
Pass.
Okay, Greg.
5.
5.
Tom and Jerry.
You are right. And Craig.
7.
Number 7.
Pass.
Okay, Leroy.
10.
Number 10. Oh, time is up. Doggone it. No points left on the board. You do get $1,000. The ones you missed, Channel 2 was Riptide, and Channel 7 was one called the Snoop Sisters. Bert Convy was on that, as a matter of fact. $1,000, you'll pick that up. You'll come back tomorrow, and we have to say goodbye because that's all the time on this show. Be sure to join us again as we go reeling through the greatest television shows of all time right here on Couch Potatoes. See you then. Bye-bye.
Some of our contestants and studio audience will receive a recliner rocker chair from Lazy Boy Chair Company. Enjoy genuine Lazy Boy quality and comfort as you rock or recline. Lazy Boy, the name America's comfortable with. Lasonics portable AM and FM stereo radio cassette recorder. Features auto reverse and 30 watts of music power. Furnished by Lasonic. This elegant Weiler 2-diamond quartz watch can be worn for any occasion. It's fashioned in a gold-tone case with adjustable woven bracelet. The champagne dial is accented by 2 genuine diamonds. Furnished by Weiler since 1923. Zeppelin Sportswear. It's an attitude. High fashion, easy budget formula for great dressing for today's contemporary men. Furnished by Zeppelin. It's time to go